Most professionals don't need to work harder. They need to stop doing admin work that AI can already handle. In this video, I'll show you how a simple AI setup can quietly replace hours of emails, scheduling, follow-ups, and documentation without hiring anyone. This is not a tutorial. This is not a product demo. This is how professionals are buying back more than 10 hours every week, consistently. If you're a consultant, business owner, or knowledge worker, your real job is thinking, deciding, and creating value. Your value doesn't come from typing emails. It doesn't come from managing calendars. And it definitely doesn't come from rewriting notes late at night. But most workdays don't look like that. They look like inboxes, calendars, follow-ups, meeting notes, status updates, and repetitive internal tasks that never seem to end. None of this work is difficult. None of it requires deep expertise, but it consumes time, and more importantly, it consumes mental energy. Mental energy is the real bottleneck for professionals. Once it's gone, even simple decisions feel heavy. Hiring help sounds like the obvious solution. On paper, it feels like the logical next step. But once you factor in salaries, onboarding time, training, and ongoing management, that help becomes expensive very quickly. It also adds complexity, more coordination, more communication, more decisions. This is where AI quietly stepped in. Not loudly, not dramatically, but steadily. Imagine a consultant starting their day at 9 in the morning. Before any AI systems are in place, their inbox already has unanswered emails waiting. 3 meetings are scheduled back-to-back. Notes from yesterday still need to be organized. Follow-ups are sitting in draft folders. By midday, they've already switched context dozens of times. They've spent more time managing work than actually doing meaningful work. Now imagine the same day, after AI systems are quietly running in the background. Meetings end, and summaries are already prepared. Key points are extracted automatically. Action items are clearly listed. Follow-up emails are drafted before the next meeting even begins. Tasks appear without manual effort. Calendar updates happen automatically. The inbox becomes a place for decisions, not chores. The workload stays the same. The expectations stay the same, but the friction disappears. The job didn't change. The system did. When most people hear the term AI tools, they think of chatbots or flashy demonstrations. They imagine prompts, commands, and constant interaction. That's not how professionals use AI. They use it as invisible infrastructure, systems that work quietly in the background, systems that don't get tired, systems that don't need reminders, and systems that don't require supervision. Let's break down one simple AI setup that replaces most admin work. This system has 3 parts. First, an AI brain. Second, a workflow connector. And third, a trigger source. Each part is simple on its own. None of them are complicated. The power comes from how they work together. At the center is the AI brain. Its job is not chatting. Its job is thinking for you. Professionals use it to summarize long emails, draft replies in their own tone, turn meetings into clear action items, and rewrite raw notes into clean documentation. Instead of starting from a blank page, they start from a near-final draft. That one shift saves minutes at a time. Those minutes add up over weeks, and over months they become hours. This is different from traditional productivity tools. Older tools helped you organize work. They helped you track tasks. They helped you remember things. AI systems reduce the amount of work that needs organizing in the first place. They don't just store information. They process it. They don't just remind you. They act on your behalf. That's why this shift feels subtle. But once it's in place, it's hard to go back. The second piece is the workflow connector. This is what connects your email, your calendar, your documents, your task manager, and your client systems. Here's how it works in practice. A meeting ends. The transcript is captured automatically. AI summarizes the discussion. Action items are extracted, tasks are created, and a follow-up email is drafted. No copying, no switching tabs, no mental overhead. This is where most of the time savings happen. The third piece is the trigger. Triggers decide when the system runs. A new email arrives. A calendar event ends. A document is updated. A form is submitted. Client replies. Once triggered, the workflow runs silently. The professional only sees the result, not the process, not the complexity, just the outcome. Let's look at a realistic example. A consultant based in the United States, working with multiple clients across different time zones. Before using AI systems, they spent 2 to 3 hours every day on emails, manual meeting notes, and delayed follow-ups. After setting up this workflow, meetings were summarized automatically. Follow-ups were drafted instantly. Tasks appeared without manual effort, and the inbox became decision-only. No assistant was hired. No tech team was needed. No major change in workflow was required. This approach only works if you avoid a few common mistakes. The first mistake is using too many tools. More tools do not mean more productivity. The second mistake is trying to automate everything. Only repetitive, predictable tasks should be automated. The third mistake is expecting perfection on day one. These systems improve over time as they learn your patterns. Professionals think in systems, not shortcuts, not hacks. In the coming years, admin work will not disappear, but the people doing it will change. Professionals who understand AI systems will work fewer hours, scale faster, and stay competitive. Not because they work harder, but because they stopped wasting time on work that no longer needs a human. This was just one example of how AI is quietly reshaping professional work. In upcoming videos, we'll break down more real-world systems used by consultants, agencies, and solo professionals. Thanks for watching.